Most people fail the AWS Cloud Practitioner exam because they underestimate these tricky topics. In part 6, I'll show you the exact type of questions that appear in 2025. Question 51. A company needs a storage solution for a project wherein the data is accessed less frequently but needs rapid access when required. Which S3 storage class is the most cost effective for the given use case? This question is testing whether you can match the right S3 storage class to a specific access pattern. The two key phrases are accessed less frequently, not daily hourly, and rapid access when required, milliseconds, not hours. The options are A, Amazon S3 Standard, B, Amazon S3 Standard Infrequent Access, S3 Standard IA, C, Amazon S3 Glacier, S3 Glacier, D, Amazon S3 Intelligent Tiering, S3 Intelligent Tiering. Think of S3 storage classes like parking options at an airport. S3 Standard is valet parking, expensive but instant access. S3 Standard IA is economy parking, cheaper, still quick access. And Glacier is offsite storage, cheapest but takes time to retrieve your car. The correct answer is B, Amazon S3 Standard Infrequent Access, S3 Standard IA. Why option B is correct? S3 Standard IA is specifically designed for this exact use case, data accessed infrequently but requiring rapid millisecond level retrieval when needed. It costs only $1,225 per GB per month, which is about 45% cheaper than S3 Standard, $0.023 per GB, making it highly cost effective. You get the same performance, durability, 99.99999%, and availability as S3 Standard, but at a lower storage cost because AWS knows you won't access it frequently. It's perfect for backups, disaster recovery, and long-term storage where you need instant access occasionally. Why the others are wrong? Option A is incorrect because S3 Standard costs nearly twice as much, 0.236 per GB, and is optimized for frequently accessed data. You'd be paying premium prices for features you don't need. Option C is incorrect because S3 Glacier has retrieval times ranging from minutes to hours, not the rapid access required in the question. Option D is incorrect because S3 Intelligent Tiering adds monitoring and automation fees, 0.025 per 1,000 objects, on top of storage costs, making it more expensive than standard IA when your access pattern is already known to be infrequent. To get the free PDF or mock test, comment PDF or mock or both. I will share the downloadable link within next 24 hours. Question 52. A company uses reserved EC2 instances across multiple units with each unit having its own AWS account. However, some of the units underutilize their reserved instances while other units need more reserved instances. As a cloud practitioner, which of the following would you recommend as the most cost-optimal solution? This question is about optimizing reserved instance (RI) usage across multiple AWS accounts, where some accounts waste their RIs while others need more. You need a centralized way to pool and automatically share RI discounts across accounts. The options are A, use AWS Systems Manager to manage AWS accounts of all units and then share the reserved EC2 instances amongst all units. B, use AWS Cost Explorer to manage AWS accounts of all units and then share the reserved EC2 instances amongst all units. C, use AWS Organizations to manage AWS accounts of all units and then share the reserved EC2 instances amongst all units. D, use AWS Trusted Advisor to manage AWS accounts of all units and then share the reserved EC2 instances amongst all units. Think of AWS Organizations like a family plan for phone service. When one family member doesn't use all their minutes, another family member can automatically use those extra minutes. Nobody's allowance goes to waste. The billing just happens automatically under one main account. The correct answer is C. Use AWS Organizations to manage AWS accounts of all units and then share the reserved EC2 instances amongst all units. Why option C is correct? AWS Organizations is specifically designed for multi-account management and comes with automatic reserved instance sharing through consolidated billing. When you consolidate accounts under AWS Organizations, RI discounts are automatically applied across all member accounts that have matching instance usage. No manual configuration needed. If Unit A purchases RIs but only uses 50% and Unit B needs more capacity, AWS automatically applies Unit A's unused RI discount to Unit B's matching on-demand instances. This happens in real time and maximizes your RI utilization across the entire organization, making it the most cost optimal solution. Why the others are wrong. Option A is incorrect because AWS Systems Manager is for operational tasks like patching and automation. It doesn't manage multi account structures or handle RI sharing. Option B is incorrect because AWS Cost Explorer is a cost visualization and analysis tool, not an account management service that enables RI sharing. Option D is incorrect because AWS Trusted Advisor provides recommendations and best practices, but doesn't manage accounts or enable RI sharing functionality. If this video is helping you, support us by hitting the like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Question 53. Which of the following AWS services support reservations to optimize costs? Select 3. This question is testing your knowledge about which AWS services offer reserved instances or reserved capacity pricing models that let you commit to usage in exchange for significant discounts. Not all AWS services have reservation options. Some are purely pay-as-you-go. The options are A. Lambda, B. EC2 instances, C. S3, RDS, E. DynamoDB, F. Document DB. Think of reservations like signing a gym membership contract. If you commit to using the gym for a year, reserved capacity, you get a better monthly rate than paying for day passes on-demand pricing. AWS offers this discount model for compute and database services where you can predict steady usage. The correct answer is B, EC2 instances, D, RDS, E, DynamoDB. Why B, D, and E are correct? These 3 services all support reservation-based pricing models. EC2 reserved instances offer up to 72% discount compared to on-demand pricing when you commit to 1 or 3-year terms. RDS reserved DB instances provide up to 69% savings for database workloads with the same commitment options. DynamoDB reserved capacity allows you to save up to 77% on provisioned capacity by committing to usage over 1 or 3 years. All 3 services offer flexible payment options, including all upfront, partial upfront, and no upfront to match your budget needs. Why the others are wrong? Option A, Lambda, is incorrect because Lambda uses on-demand and compute savings plans pricing, not traditional reserved instances. Option C, S3, is incorrect because S3 is a pure pay-as-you-go storage service without reservation options. You only pay for what you store and transfer. Option F, DocumentDB, is incorrect because while DocumentDB may have some pricing options, it's not listed among the primary AWS services with reservation models like EC2, RDS, Redshift, Elasticache, OpenSearch, and DynamoDB. Question 54. A multinational company has just moved its infrastructure from its on-premises data center to AWS Cloud. As part of the shared responsibility model, AWS is responsible for which of the following? This question tests your understanding of the AWS shared responsibility model, which divides security duties between AWS and customers. AWS handles security of the cloud infrastructure, while customers handle security in the cloud, what they build. The options are A, service and communications protection or zone security, B, patching guest OS, C, configuring customer applications, D, physical and environmental controls. Think of AWS as the landlord of a secure apartment building. The landlord, AWS, maintains the building structure, locks, security cameras, and utilities. That's the physical infrastructure. You, the customer, are responsible for what's inside your apartment, your furniture, locks on your door, and how you organize your belongings. The correct answer is D. Physical and environmental controls. Why option D is correct? Physical and environmental controls are classified as inherited controls in the AWS shared responsibility model. These are controls that AWS fully manages and customers completely inherit. AWS is 100% responsible for protecting the physical infrastructure, including data centers, hardware, servers, networking equipment, and environmental protections like fire suppression, power systems, and climate control. This is part of AWS's core responsibility for security of the cloud, the foundation that runs all AWS services. Customers never need to worry about physical security, facility access, or environmental disasters at AWS data centers. Why the others are wrong? Option A is incorrect because service and communications protection zone security are shared controls where both AWS and customers have responsibilities in different contexts. Option B is incorrect because patching the guest operating system is entirely the customer's responsibility. AWS only patches the underlying host OS and hypervisor. Option C is incorrect because configuring and securing customer applications is 100% the customer's responsibility under security in the cloud. Question 55. Compared to the on demand prices, what is the highest possible discount offered for spot instances? This question is testing your knowledge about AWS spot instance pricing and the maximum savings they can offer compared to regular on demand instances. It's asking for the highest possible discount percentage, not the typical or average discount. The options are A 75, B 10, C 50, D 90. Think of spot instances like last minute flight seats that airlines sell at huge discounts to fill empty capacity. AWS has unused EC2 capacity sitting idle, so they offer it at massive discounts to anyone willing to accept that their instance might get interrupted with just a 2-minute warning. The correct answer is D, 90. Why option D is correct? According to AWS official documentation, spot instances offer discounts of up to 90% off compared to on demand pricing. This is the maximum possible discount you can achieve when using spot instances to access unused EC2 capacity in the AWS cloud. The actual discount varies by region, instance type, and current market demand, typically ranging from 70 to 90%, but the highest possible savings can reach 90%. For example, an instance that costs $10 per hour, on demand might only cost $1 once hour as a spot instance. The trade-off is that AWS can reclaim these instances with just a 2-minute notice when capacity is needed elsewhere, making them ideal for fault-tolerant, flexible workloads like batch processing, data analysis, and development testing. Why the others are wrong. Option A, 75%, is incorrect because while substantial, it's less than the maximum 90% discount AWS actually offers. Option B, 10%, is incorrect because this would be an extremely minimal discount that wouldn't reflect the significant cost savings spot instances provide. Option C, 50%, is incorrect because although this represents good savings, AWS spot instances can offer up to 90% discount, making this answer too conservative. Nice, you've just finished part 6 of our AWS Cloud Practitioner journey. Don't stop now. Part 7's coming next, and it's packed with the most asked questions from the 2025 exam. Hit subscribe, tap the bell icon, get free PDF, check comments. See you in next video.